Hi, it's Dr. James Judge here. I'm right outside of my office here in St. Charles, Illinois. And today what I want to talk to you about is ADD and ADHD. This medical condition that doctors are prescribing things like methylphenidate or Ritalin, Adderall, and Dexedrine. Methylphenidate or Ritalin has increased fivefold in the last 20 years. There has been a 2,000% rise in Adderall and Dexedrine. You know, I just want you to know that 6,000 people, mainly 75% kids, with the 4 times more likely to be boys, are on one of these drugs. 6 million. And that's just not okay with me. Why is that not okay? Well, if you get on your computer right now and Google chemical formula of Ritalin, you're gonna get it's almost the same exact structure as cocaine. And I just saw on Facebook that Adderall is one hydroxyl group, one hydrogen group away from being crystal meth. So, you know, your kids are hyperactive, so why don't we drug them up with these highly addictive substances and see what happens? And studies have shown, and I've done research for years, that kids when they're, at 6 years old, they're on this drug for 10, 15, 20 years. By age 25 and 30, they're addicted to the street drugs, the illegal drugs. So again, kids coming through my doors at 9 and 10 with pupils so big, and they're just drugged out of their mind. And moms and dads and fathers and parents think they're actually doing the right thing. So what I've seen in my office is a complete difference with kids that come in. And most likely, clinically speaking, what I see is that the atlas, the first bone in the spine, the cervical spine, is misaligned. It's rotated and it's causing pressure on the nervous system and the brainstem, right where the brain meets the spinal cord. Most of the time it lifts up and puts pressure on that area, and it depletes the function from the brain to the rest of the body. I want to go through 2 different studies with you. The first study was published in 1975. It compared chiropractic care with drug treatment in children with learning and behavioral problems due to neurological dysfunction. It was reported that chiropractic care was more effective for the wide range symptoms common in neurological dysfunction syndrome, in which 13 symptom or problem areas were considered. The author also reported that chiropractic care was 24% more effective than the commonly used medications. There was also another study. Ginson et al. Conducted a study involving 7 subjects, and I know it's very small, but there's still a lot to this because, again, these subjects are exactly what I see in my office all the time. They studied 7 subjects. All were school-aged children, had clinical findings of evidence of subluxation, that movement of the bone outside of the normal position. Following chiropractic care, 57% showed an improvement in the chiropractic radiographic findings, meaning their spine was becoming normal again. You should have these normal, natural arches, especially the one in your neck. With today's children, they're always looking like this. We call it tech neck. So gravity pulls your spine out of that position, and that's when the spine becomes misaligned and the pressure on the nervous system, as I was explaining before, happens. So again, 57% showed an improvement, 71% showed a reduction in overt behavior activity. 57% showed improvement in the level of autonomic activity, and another 57% showed improvement in parallel ratings of hyperactivity. We couple this correction of the spine with taking toxins out of kids' food. I grew up with the standard American diet, or I call it the sad diet. My favorite cereal was Captain Crunch with the berries in it. You pour sugar and grain into a bowl, and then you pour milk that's been literally heated up so none of the proteins are used in the body, and they're injected with hormones and steroids. And if you just look at the ingredients just in Captain Crunch, how many different crazy ingredients there is. I'm not going to say that that's the cause of hyperactivity, but that's sure not the cure. So when we change people's diets, we take the dairy away from these kids, we take the toxins out of the foods, we make sure their brain's connected to their system at a higher level, we detox their system, and we make sure they're exercising effectively and naturally, then the symptoms go away. It's as simple as that. The only side effect of what I just explained is abundant health. So if you or anyone you know are on these medications, have been diagnosed with ADD or ADHD, are one of the 6 million children on this planet with those drugs. Again, the United Nations says that the United States takes 85% of these drugs, and it's just not okay with us. We need to get these toxins out of these kids. We need to get these kids functioning better from the inside out, and we need to get abundant health to every single person that's out there, and we can't do it with the same medical mindset that we have today. So share this video with as many people as you know. It could literally change somebody's life, and always remember that chiropractic rocks.